Tonight, a local woman was sentenced in a fentanyl-related death. And Washington City leaders addressing community safety after a high-profile arrest. We'll break down what these cases mean for local residents. Plus, stay with us for your daily weather forecast coming up.
You're watching St. George News at 5, brought to you by our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law.
Good afternoon, I'm Monica McLaughlin. Utah Tech University has stepped up campus safety and clarified firearm rules in the wake of Charlie Kirk's death, increasing patrols and offering guidance to students on concealed carry and rifle restrictions. For more on what the university is doing to keep students safe, we go now to Maury Kessler.
The recent fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University has renewed questions about campus safety and Utah's gun laws. At Utah Tech University, Police Chief Wes Licalzi says campus police officers have increased patrols and outreach to reassure students and address concerns.
We've done a lot of extra patrolling and that kind of stuff after this event, and in those extra patrols I've been talked to or approached by a lot of students that do have some concerns or are affected in some way by the event. So it's nice to talk with them and kind of reassure them our commitment to safety.
The department also conducts annual active shooter drills with local agencies to stay prepared. Campus police note that Utah law allows individuals with a valid concealed firearm permit to carry handguns on college campuses, but rifles and shotguns are not permitted.
Basically, to carry on campus or a campus of higher education, you need a concealed weapons permit. And that enables you to be able to carry on campus. That concealed weapons permit needs to be out of Utah, and it generally allows us to go and check. Again, very important to weigh safety also with the constitutional right to carry and gun laws. So we stick to the legislature and what they have codified. So
Utah Tech officers are also highlighting firearm safety basics and urging students to report suspicious behavior. Both law enforcement and lawmakers say lasting security depends on vigilance, training, and individual responsibility. To learn more, read the story.
A southern Utah woman has been sentenced in connection with a fatal fentanyl overdose. Chelsea Wiley, 31, of Mesquite, Nevada, received 365 days in jail, credit for time served, plus 24 months of probation after pleading guilty to negligent homicide. The Beaver County judge also ordered Wiley to complete mental health and substance abuse programs. Prosecutors and the victim's family expressed hope the sentence balances accountability with rehabilitation, while the judge commended Wiley for completing dozens of courses in jail and encouraged her to make better choices moving forward. Let's take a look at your daily weather forecast, brought to you by Casablanca Resort and Casino. In St. George, it's currently 88 degrees under sunny skies, with temperatures expected to remain in the mid-80s this evening. A slight chance of thunderstorms may develop later, so keep an eye on the sky if you're heading out. Tonight, temperatures will dip to the mid-60s with partly cloudy conditions. Tomorrow will be partly cloudy. We should see a high near 87 and a low of 64. There is a 15% chance of rain. That moisture in the air and chance of storms is helping keep the temperature a little cooler. In Mesquite, Nevada, it's a hot 96 degrees with partly sunny skies. Expect temperatures to stay in the low 90s through the evening, with a chance of thunderstorms as the night progresses. Overnight lows will be in the mid-70s. Tomorrow will bring cooler weather with a 7-degree drop, although the high will still be warm near 91 degrees, followed by a low of 69 Friday evening. As long as the showers stay away, it should be a nice night to enjoy some outdoor activities. Cedar City is experiencing a cooler 74 degrees under sunny skies. Temperatures will rise to the low 80s this afternoon, with a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms developing later. Tonight, expect lows around 55 degrees with a continued chance of precipitation. Tomorrow, the chance for rain continues at 40%. The high will reach 74 and the low will be near 49. Now let's check in with Aaron Crane for your local sports update.
Thanks, Monica. Two Desert Hills programs are making headlines in Region 9. On the tennis courts, the Thunder clinched the region championship with a clean sweep of all three singles finals. Senior Sarah White led the way, avenging an earlier loss to Snow Canyon's Maggie Crosby with a dominant straight sets victory, while teammates Macy Whitwer and Stella Shiozawa also captured titles. And on the volleyball court, Desert Hills stayed perfect in region play with a 4-set win over Cedar, fueled by senior Presley Decker's 13 kills and 7 aces. The Thunder now head to Phoenix for a national tournament. Meanwhile, Dixie staged a dramatic comeback, rallying from 2 sets down to defeat Hurricane in 5. Emma Nelson led the Flyers with 13 kills, while Hurricanes Olivia Preet and Gracie Fox each tallied 9 kills to pace the Flyers. And that's a look at your Region 9 action this week. Be sure to join us Saturday morning for our full Region 9 recap video, where we'll break down all the highlights and standings and what's ahead as the teams gear up for state. Don't miss it.
Following the arrest of Tyler Robinson in connection with Charlie Kirk's death, Washington City officials say the community remains safe and that one individual does not define the city or its students. For more on how local leaders are reassuring residents and supporting public safety, let's hear from Stockton Myers.
2 Washington City officials are speaking up following the arrest of Tyler Robinson, the Washington County resident who grew up in Washington City, accused of shooting Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University on September 10th. The eyes of the national media have been focused on southern Utah in the weeks following the arrest, as well as Robinson's background in academic history. Washington City Mayor Cress Staley says this incident doesn't reflect the community of Washington City and emphasize the safety of the city as well.
It doesn't change what we've been doing because Washington City is already doing so many things well that we are not only considered safe, but the data proves that we're a safe community. In fact, Washington City is safer than 75% of cities all across America. And so we're doing well, but an isolated incident like this really does make us individually and as a community be more introspective and ask these types of questions.
Washington City Police Chief Jason Williams also says the arrest of Robinson doesn't change the fact that the community in Washington City is a safe and inviting one.
I think first we need to recognize that this incident wasn't really a reflection of our community. You know, tragic did happen and it did come back into our community, but this wasn't a direct reflection of our community. We're going to have these outliers in our community that are going to act in certain ways, but that's not who what our community is. So, typically speaking, our community is generally safe. We do have the different crimes that occur, but to have a violent crime occur is pretty rare.
Both Williams and Staley conveyed their love and adoration for the youth of Washington City, as well as Pineview High School, since Robinson graduated from the school in 2021. To learn more about the state of Washington City following the Robinson arrest, read the full story.
Looking for something fun to do this weekend in southern Utah? From art exhibits and live theater to farmers markets, our TGIF show is the ultimate guide for outdoor adventures. Amy and Sheldon have the highlights to help you plan your weekend.
That's right, so many great events happening this weekend, starting right here in Santa Clara.
Oh, you don't want to miss it. Santa Clara Swiss Days is happening all weekend.
It's the biggest event Santa Clara's ever seen, and every year gets bigger and better. Car shows, parade, booths for everybody. Bring the whole family out.
Plus, are you ready for a music festival? The Zion Canyon Music Festival is happening.
It's one of my favorite music festivals. 2 stages, music all day long. You got to get to Springdale.
And don't forget, Virgin River has Kenny and Dolly tribute.
What? This is going to be such a great weekend for events. Get down to Mesquite for Kenny and Dolly. It's a great weekend for events. And to see the full list of events, see our TGIF listing on stgeorgenews.com.
Now back to you in the studio.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. To learn more about our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law, go to wewininjurylaw.com. I'm Monica McLaughlin with St. George News, your #1 source for local news. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more local news updates. And if you liked this newscast, you might enjoy one of these stories right here.